Hello and welcome to the Edupedia world. Well, in this tutorial, we are going to study about collections, hash code, and equals method. Well, we have already studied these methods when we were studying about the object class in Java. But since I think that hash code and equals method forms the base of collection framework, thus, it is really important to revise these methods in case if you have forgotten or haven't properly understood it before. So here we are going to cover about these two methods in detail. So let's begin. So Java collection hashcode and equals method. The method hashcode and equals play a distinct role in object you insert into Java collection. The specific contract rules of these two methods are best described in Java doc. Here I will just tell you what role they play, what they are used for, so you know why their implementations are important. So let's begin. So you see this is a equals method. Equals is used in most collection to determine if collection contains a given element. For instance, we are having list equals to new array list, and then we can add 1, 2, 3 in list. Then we have boolean contains 1, 2, 3, which we are using to check whether this list contains 1, 2, 3 by performing contains operation in that. Fine. Then the array list iterates all its elements and executes 1, 2, 3 equals element to determine if the element is equal to the parameter object 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is how the contains work. It is the string equals implementation that determines if two strings are equal. The equals method is also used when removing the element. For instance, list equals to new array list, and then we are having this dot add 1, 2, 3. Then we are calling remove 1, 2, 3 on that. The array list again iterates all its elements and executes 1, 2, 3 equals element to determine if the element is equal to the parameter object 1, 2, 3. The first element it finds that is equal to the given parameter 1, 2, 3 is removed. Okay. So as you can see, the proper implementation of equals is essential for your own class to work well with Java collection classes. So how do you implement equals properly? So now you might have to implement your own equals method in your own class so that you know these function contains, removes for your own array list with your own elements work properly. So how do you do that? Well, so when are two objects equal? That depend upon your application, the classes and what you are trying to do. For instance, let's say you are loading and processing employee objects stored in database. Here is a simple example of such employee class. So you can see we are having an employee class, and then we are having protected employee ID, which is long, then string first name and then string last name. Fine. So you could decide that the two employee objects are equal to each other if their, if just their employee IDs are equal. So that is something that you need to decide as a programmer, or your business leader needs to decide that when, two employee will be equal. So if you want to make them equal, if your employee ID is equal, then you should write your implementation of equals method in such a way. Okay. Or you could also decide that all fields must be equal. So it could like employee ID, first name, last name, everything should match. Then only two employees are equal. So that actually depends upon how you want to implement it. So here are two examples of equals matching these criteria. So you can see we are having a class employee and that we are overriding the equals method. So public boolean equals and it is taking object O. So if object O is null, then we are returning false. If O is not an instance of employee, then also we are returning false. Okay, otherwise, if it is instance of employee, then we are, casting it to employee other, that is an employee object, and storing it in other. And then we are actually matching the employee ID of the class that is currently calling the equals method and the object that we are passing. Okay, so we are calling and actually matching the employee ID in equals method. So this is one implementation of equals method. And this is another implementation of equals method. So in this implementation, you can see again we are having a class employee that is a similar class, and we are implementing equals in a different way. So equals method is again public boolean equals and taking object O, and again we are doing a null check, we are doing a check of instance of employee, and finally if it passes both the check, then it reaches this statement, that is employee other is equal to employee O, where we are doing a casting of object to employee. And then we are actually checking all three. So you see we are actually checking this dot employee ID is not equals to other dot employee ID, then it's returning false. If first name is not equals to others first name, then it's equals to false, and if last name is not equals, then it's again returning false. So if any of the three condition becomes true, then it will return false. So if none of this is true, then it will return. I mean, if none of this is, true, that means everything is equal. So if it's equal, then it's returning true. So this is another implementation of equals method. Now, which of these two implementation is proper? It depends upon you and what do you need to do. Sometimes you need to look up at employee object from cache. In that case, perhaps you all need is for employee ID to be equal. In other case, you may need more than that. Maybe you need to check for the whole employee object that should be exactly same than the original. Okay. Then we are having hash code method. The hash code method of object is used when you insert them into a hash table, hash map, or hash set. If do not know the theory of how a hash table works internally, you can read about hash table on Wikipedia. Okay, so hash table is something I think we have already covered in our previous tutorial, so I hope you know about hash tables. Okay, now when inserting an object into hash table, you use a key. The hash code of this key is calculated and used to determine where to store the object internally. Where you need to look up an object in hash table, you also use a key. The hash code for this key is calculated and used to determine where to search for the object. Well, the hash code only points to certain area internally, and since different key objects could potentially have the same hash code, the hash code itself is no guarantee that right key is found. The hash table then iterates this area and uses the key equals method to find the right key. Once the right key is found, the object stored for that key is returned. Okay. So I hope so you got what it's saying is like whenever you try to insert an object in your hash table using a key, first of all, the hash code is actually of a key is calculated and used to determine where to store the object internally. Okay. So now if you look up all the, hash table key, then you get to know that hash code of this key is calculated using the search. The hash code only points to certain area internally, and since different key object could potentially have same hash code, the hash code itself is no guarantee that right key is found. The hash table then iterates this area and uses the key equals method to find right key. Once the right key is found, the object stored for that key is returned. So, as you can see, a combination of hash code and equals method are used when storing and when looking up the objects in the hash table. So, as you can see, a combination of hash code and equals method are used when storing and when looking up object in a hash table. Here are two rules that are good to know about implementing the hash code method in your own classes. If the hash table and Java collection API are to work correctly, then if object 1 and object 2 are equal according to their equals method, they must also have the same hash code. Okay. And second rule is if object 1 and object 2 have same hash code, they do not need to be have a equal That means they do not have to be equal to. So let's simplify in a shorter word, that is, if equal, then same hash code too. Like, equals actually guarantees that the objects are equal. If they are not equal, then hash code can be same or cannot be same. So here are two example implementation of hash code method matching the equals method shown over here. You can see we are having public class employee, and then we are having protected long employee ID and first name and last name. Then we are overriding the hash code method, which is returning us employee ID. Okay, and then this is one implementation, and in the other implementation, we are actually multiplying all the hash code that we are getting from first name, last name, and multiplying it with the employee ID. So hash code is actually given so that we get actually a unique way of storing. That is, we get a unique bucket each time. Now notice that if two employee objects are equal, they will also have same hash code. But as is especially easy to see in first example, the two employee objects cannot be equal and still have the same hash code. Okay. So in both example, the hash code is the employee ID is rounded down to an int. That means that many employee IDs could result into same hash code, but these employee object would still not be equal since they do not have the same employee ID. So this is actually how dependent upon how you implement it, but you should always maintain the contract. That means if equals, if they are equal by equals method, then they must have the same hash code. If they are not equal by equals method, then they can have either same or different hash code. So this is a contract that equals and hash code should follow, and you should also follow it when you are trying to override these methods. Otherwise, if you do not do that, then your map implementation, might give you some unexpected results, because they actually, in fact, the map and other collections also may fail, because this is what, forms the base of your implementation of collections, the hash code and equals method. So, okay guys, this was about a short tutorial on hash code and equals method. I hope so you have enjoyed it. So this was about it. And now let's meet in the next tutorial. Thank you.